Hey, Dr. Bob Flower, and today is Thursday, February 6th, and this is our Master Pattern Report. Well, as we've been predicting right along, January did not turn out to be a very good month for the markets, and while February started off rather negative, it's trying to make a comeback, and we had some comments from a few viewers regarding our February 8th call, that perhaps the February 8th move that we were looking for occurred actually on Monday, which was the 3rd, or even today, which is the 6th. As you remember, the 3rd, the market was off 350 points or thereabouts, and today it's almost up about 200. Now, the focus of this call, as I had mentioned to you in the past, was off of a June 9th and October 11th highs. Up, significant up moves. So that there is a good chance that this move is going to be to the upside. It's a 2-to-1 chance. However, we're not playing it that way. What we're going to do is we're going to play a bear straddle. We don't think that this market has the kind of strength to break out big to the upside. It may do that tomorrow, but we're going to play a very short-term bear straddle to the downside with the QQQ. And for tomorrow and on into Monday. We'll hold that position till say Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, depending on the situation. But we're gonna stand by our guns here on that February 8th. Unfortunately, it's on a weekend, and they're kind of iffy. But we still think that there's going to be a move here. Significant move here, okay? Also, what we do like within the next week or so, week to 10 days, is oil. Oil has been pushing that $98.50 level. What we're looking at is we think that oil will hit 100 or damn close to it, 99.5, whatever. At that point, we want to go short. We think that the pattern is showing us a possible significant move. I hate to use that term, but that's right now the best I can do. And we believe it's going to be to the downside. We think that this whole winter storm business is almost run its course. We think there may be one, maybe two more significant moves in the weather over the next week to 10 days. And we think that what will happen then is we're going to see oil do a reversal. So we're going to do, again, a bear straddle on oil once it gets above that 99, closes above that 99, $99.50 level, okay? So let's keep an eye on that. I like what patterns are showing here. The short position that we had with the QQQ, we're out of. Again, we're going to replace it with the straddle, okay, with the bear straddle. And here's another little master pattern project that we're working on that I think you may find interesting. There are 4 numbers, master numbers, that we use with the master pattern. And these are 4 very fundamental numbers in mathematics, okay? And we create various algorithms with them. One of the numbers is known as the nature's number, the number of nature. It's also known as Euler's number, E-U-L-E-R-S, named after physicist last century, Leonard Euler. And basically what Euler's number is factorial 7. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times 7. Now what we do is we try to use that with volume and in price. And because my software guy is not doing well, we're having a hard time doing this by hand mathematics. Right? We do not have software programs set up for this particular aspect. We try to do it with volume and with price, and we're having a very difficult time, to be honest with you, trying to get our grip around some patterns. But what we're doing lately is we're using that factor to generate timing. We're using it with time, with dates. And the way it works, and I don't have the resources here in Arizona that I do in New York, and when I get back to New York next week, I hope to chart this out so you can see exactly what it looks like, and it's very interesting, if nothing else. I know some of you really don't care, but there's an interesting factor here, and it's really very credible. So what happens here is that each one of those reversions, 1 times 2 times 3, each one of those, the products of those mathematics, for instance, 2 times 3 is 6, and the reversion of that is 0.166667. All right. So what we do with those reversions is we look at the degree of the move in time. Okay, what is the timing of a particular move that matches that reversion number? Okay, when that hits, we know we're in for a change in pattern, and a new series is then available. Then comes into vogue. All right. And sometimes this happens, this is what we're discovering. Sometimes that happens very quickly. It could happen in a week if it's a volatile market. Sometimes it takes a month. And then there are others that are overlapping. So it's important to try and identify moves. And that's what we're doing. We're not trying to identify every single move period, but we want to just identify 1 or 2 that are recognizable, that are coming up in the near future. And in fact, what we're doing is we're recording, even if it's in the distant future, 6 months, a year, we're recording that and trying to build up a backlog or at least a database of these moves to see what's going on. And I got to tell you, it's really interesting. It's trying to recognize that pattern, whether it's off or on, and how long that period is up for. And you'll see when I chart this next week what that looks like. Okay, so again, we're looking for some pretty large moves here. We're very questionable about the way this year is going. Keep in mind that it is a midterm election year, so they're going to do whatever they can to juice this up. They're making all kinds of laws and everything else. But also keep in mind that our original premise when we started this back in late 2007 and 2008, this whole program, is that what is eventually going to happen with the United States is what we identify as lawlessness. And we're seeing that with our government. We're seeing changes in rules without any sort of confirmation, any sort of backing by Congress or Senate. The president taking actions, or trying to take actions single-handed, but some of the actions that he's taking are quite questionable, and it's the philosophy. It's the philosophy. Don't ever forget that, folks. It's the behavioral philosophy that rules things, including the markets. And when you can predict that, as we can predict the behaviors, It's what makes things go bad. Reality is not what it appears to be. There's a different set of realities that exist. Okay, so stay warm. I'll be back suffering with a lot of you in the Northeast next week, and I'm looking forward to watching our projections develop here. So you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.